Hi everybody. So today I decided to talk about an album by The Residents. This is my copy of The Third Reich and Roll. It's the second album by The Residents, and it was originally released in 1976. However, my copy comes from 1979. So, again, god damn it, but whatever. When you look at the cover, obviously you would think that, the music itself has to do with Nazism or the residents are supporters of Nazism. But from what I can tell, that's not the case at all. I have no clue where the hell they got the idea to make this album with this type of artwork. But the music itself is actually sort of a parody, pastiche, whatever you want to say. It's pretty much their covers of a shit ton of top 40 radio hits from the 60s. In fact, the youngest song that they cover in this whole album is A Horse with No Name by the band America. I don't know the entire list of songs that they covered on this album, but I will go ahead and list what it says on Wikipedia for you, because that can certainly tell you more than I can. Why do the residents hate the Beatles? That was a popular question several years ago when Ralph Records released the Residents' first album, Meet the Residents. Not everyone appreciated seeing their Beatles gods treated so non-hilariously. The real Beatles, obviously being more intelligent than their fans, thought it was hilarious. Capitol Records, predictably, thought that the cover should be changed, so it was. Then there was a second album, not available. Produced in total secrecy, the album is a conceptualization of the theory of obscurity, as applied to phonetic organization, as originally put forth by the Bavarian avant-gardist Ensenada, with whom the Residents worked with in the late 60s. According to the theory of obscurity, the album was not to be released. However, in 1978, 4 years after completion, the LP was released to fulfill contractual obligations. Now, in a more traditional vein, the Residents announced the release of their third LP, The Third Reich and Roll. Already, people are speculating whether the Residents are hinting that rock and roll has brainwashed the youth of the world. When confronted with this possibility, they replied, well, it may be true or it may be not. Well, it may be true or it may not. But we just wanted to kick out the jams and get it on. The Third Reich and Roll consists of two suites, Swastikas on Parade and Hitler Was a Vegetarian. Both are semi-phonetic interpretations of top 40 hits from the 60s. Our roots, say the Residents, a bright orange carrot clutched lovingly in their extended hands. And then, we get album credits and blah blah blah. And then we get this important note. Okay, so important message. The Residents freely admit that the riffs, words, and even sometimes arrangements found on the Third Reich and Roll were shamelessly lifted from their memory of top 40 radio of the 60s. We, as the parent company, support the Residents and in their contribute to the thousands of little power-mad minds in the music industry who have helped make us what we are today, with an open eye on what we can make them tomorrow. Ralph Records. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the record. Oh yeah. The Residents present The Third Reich and Roll. This side is usually Swastikas on Parade. And as you can see, there are two copyright dates, so this was at least made in 1977. This side explains why Hitler was a vegetarian. And, this album is actually in really good condition. I've had albums that are younger than this that vinyl's all scratched up. Really, people, take care of your... Really, people, if you have vinyl records, take care of them. I mean, there's this little scuff, but really, that's really minuscule compared to what could be wrong with it. Now to listen to it again.
Ja, der kommt her und touch. Ja, gut. Ich sing meinen Song, wenn du hörst den Gong. Wenn tanzen den Twist, bist du mit der Best. Woke up this morning, my head was so bad. It was the worst hangover that I ever had. What happened to me last night? That girl of mine, she loved me so right.
Dort zurück, Papa in das Haus zu stecken, nicht zu hüpfen, was die
It's a great album. I would totally recommend that you listen to it, and I would give it a total of 8 out of 10. Goodbye.